Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another episode of Explore the Card. This is episode number 32, featuring the 1997 Skybox Premium Golden Touch number 1 GT. We've got the thumbnail pulled up on the screen for you guys. As always, I'm really excited to bring these episodes to you every Friday. These make me reminisce and remember when I first got into the Jordan world. After about 2 years of prospecting and flipping and really just buying commodity cards, I started to wonder if there was more to the hobby, and I started watching Cardboard Chronicles and House of Jordans, and I fell in love with it, and saw a couple videos by PSA Collector where they would do the top 30 Jordans that sold and the top 20 Jordans that sold and these inserts and those inserts. And so that's kind of what led me down this path to sort of kind of give back and share with you guys what I've learned and some of the stuff I'm learning on a daily basis. Again, today's card, I do not own this card. Usually when I own the card, I like to tell you and show you a picture of it in my PWCC vault. I do not own this card. So this is all I got is this thumbnail right here, but let's get cranking. Let's look at the set that it comes from. The 1997 Skybox Premium base set is a 250 card set. It's got two checklists. I've got the checklist. I've got the checklist of all the cards pulled up here. The rookies in 1997 were Duncan and McGrady. Again, there's other rookies in there. 96 was the Whopper, the whale class, right, with all the studs and Nash and Allen and Iverson and Kobe and those guys. But 97 was primarily Duncan and T-Mac. Chauncey Billups was in there, but Duncan and T-Mac are the ones that kind of ring true for and have lasting hobby impact. Card number 29 and card number 235 are the two Jordan base cards. So this is the card you're looking for as far as Jordan base cards in the 1997 Skybox Premium set. Really good looking card in my opinion. This card in a PSA 10 condition sells for $275 to $300. So a little higher end set, a little more expensive than the average Jordan Upper Deck or Fleer or Topps base card. Of course, it's a Pop 56 of 487 graded. That's 11.5% gem rate. So PSA 10 of this card you're looking at is $275 to $300. The next card that's in the set in Series 2 for Jordan is card number 235. You'll recognize this one. This is the Team Skybox. Here it is right here. This card in PSA 10 condition is only about $175 to $200. And it is a Pop 90 out of 239 graded, so a much higher gem rate of 37.7%. So those are the two Jordan cards that come from this 1997 Skybox Premium. Let's look at the insert sets within 1997 Skybox Premium. There are a whopping 17 insert sets. I've got them pulled up on your screen here. It also includes the Autographics and Autographics Century Marks and Autographics Redemptions. There's a lot of really good insert sets coming from this 1997 Skybox Premium. You'll recognize Competitive Advantage, Golden Touch, which we're going to talk about today. Premium Player is a big one. You've got the Reeboks Bronze, Gold, and Silver, of course, as we always talk about. We've got Silky Smooth, which is a weird Sasquatch off the radar insert that I'm going to do a feature on soon. And then you've got the super valuable and very condition sensitive Thunder and Lightning. The only parallel set is the Star Rubies, which you see right here on your screen. That is a super rare parallel. These are serial numbered to 50 each, and there's 248 cards. Of course, the checklists don't have Star Ruby parallels, but the cards do. And the Jordans in those Star Ruby parallels are big time, very valuable cards. But let's talk about the Skybox Premium, which is what we came to look at today. The Golden Touch, which is what we came to talk about today in episode 32. And that features Michael Jordan as card number 1 in the set. There's 15 players in this insert set. 8 of the 15 are Hall of Famers. So a little, a shade over half of the players are Hall of Famers. We always want to identify if there are any, true imposters. The closest thing to an imposter is Marcus Camby, Damon Stoudemire, and Kerry Kittles. However, I assure you back in 97 or 98, those guys would have been highly sought after. Rookies or near rookies. Stoudemire was an absolute phenom his rookie year. Marcus Camby was, I think, the National College Player of the Year. And Kerry Kittles was a killer who came out of Villanova. And I think John Calipari famously chose Kittles and his predictable stability and game-ready game, in New Jersey over a potential opportunity to draft Kobe Bryant the year before. You got Jordan, Kobe, and Shaq. They're all in here. Iverson's in here, but Jordan, Kobe, and Shaq are kind of the big three, right? Anytime you have an insert set that features all three of those, you know it's going to be a big insert set. These Golden Touch cards, there's the Jordan on your screen right there, front and back. These Golden Touch cards are inserted 1 in 360 Series 2 packs. 15 players in the insert set. That makes Jordan 1 in 5,400 Series 2 pack odds. That is a big time pull. Let's read the card, read the narrative on the back as we always do. It says, Michael Jordan is the NBA's top player and perhaps, at the time, the top NBA player of all time. He personifies the stylistic grace and athletic beauty that Julius Erving brought to the game a decade earlier. Combined with his grit and determination to be the best, Jordan is the ultimate team leader. These cards are die cut. These cards have some sharp corners, jagged. It's the 96 Golden Touch is a little bit funkier even, and it's die cut as well, very oddly shaped. We'll do an episode on that 96 Golden Touch at some point in the near future. Again, I don't own the card, but this is the card. This is what you're looking at. It's just beautiful gold foil with the basketball popping in the background. Jordan's in his red jersey. And for some reason, it looks in the picture like he's shooting a layup on the left-hand side of the rim with his right hand, which I highly doubt would ever be the case, since he was pretty well versed in using his left hand, and or maybe he is just going up and under and he's going to dunk that over the back of his head. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But let's check out the card on Card Ladder. Maybe that's a better graphic image of the card right there. Again, if you get one of these cards, you hope it'll be in one of those PSA new holders where they put a little baggie around it to kind of keep it steady and firm, because you don't want this one shifting around in a PSA slab, because those sharp corners in the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right will bang against the side of that slab and surely will ding them up and whiten those corners, and we don't want that. So hopefully you'll put them in a BGS holder, or you put it in a PSA holder with a new little baggie around it that kind of holds it secure. But let's give the people what they want. As always, here's my little chart that I've created showing the various prices and some data and some sales history of the PSA 10, the BGS 9.5, the PSA 9, and the BGS 9. So these are all mint or better cards. The things that stand out to me about this graph that you see, not graph, but this table that you see on your screen here, the first and foremost is that there's only a combined 14 gem mint copies of this Golden Touch in the world. That is a very small combined gem sample size. You guys know I always try to find, inserts that have less than a 100 combined gem mint pop between PSA and BGS. Well, this is far below that 100 threshold. This is 14 combined. There's only 4 BGS 9.5, so rarely is it the case where BGS is just significantly lower pop than PSA, but this is BGS 9.5 is a pop 4, PSA is a pop 10. As you can see, there's been not twice as many, but significantly more BGS graded than PSA, which yields a preposterous 3% gem percentage for BGS. 13% is also pretty low for PSA, but 3% for BGS. 4 out of 132 have received a BGS 9.5 grade. That is paltry. As you can see, the other thing that's going to jump out is the PSA 10 last sold for $31,200, which was also the all-time high. The BGS 9.5 last sold for $4,250, but before you run to eBay and try to snag the next of those 4 to sell, remember that was from March 2019, the last one that sold. If we switch back over to Card Ladder and we pull up the Card Ladder estimated value, they've got a number on here of about $24,174. If you use the grade ratio value calculator, it's $24,950. So either way, you're looking at a 20,000 plus card, probably closer to 25,000. So don't get too excited thinking you can go snatch some BGS 9.5s. For 1/6 of the price of the PSA 10, because that's not the case. It just so happens that the last BGS 9.5 sold in March of 2019. The next thing that stands out to me is this number that have sold in the last 6 months. Gem mint copies, there's only 14 in the world. Only 1 has sold in the last 6 months, and it was that monster 31.2K sale of the PSA 10 copy. That was the last PSA 10 to sell. It's the only one in recent history to sell. There hasn't been a BGS 9.5 since March of 2019, so over 3 years now. Go over here in the right-hand column and look at the pop growth rate for the Gem Mint copies of this card, 0 and 0. So people are swinging at it, but they're missing. There has been a BGS 9, 2 BGS 9s, and 1 PSA 9 added to the pop report since last April. Again, these cards, tough to grade, tough to find. I mean, pack odds of 1 in 5,400 is just a pretty rare card. So you're just not going to have a lot of options out there to buy them raw. Please, please, please take careful consideration to make sure that if you do buy a raw one, you are buying an authentic raw one. If you're not an expert in spotting fakes from authentic, please bounce it off somebody who is. Nothing else on this chart really stands out. About the same gem percentage between PSA 9 and BGS 9, and then about the same last sold price of $38.50 and $34.80. So mint copies of this card in PSA or BGS are about the same. Who knows what the BGS 9.5 will next sell for? Card ladder says $24.25. We know the PSA 10 just recently sold for $31.2. So anyway, something to take a look at. If you look at the percentage change in the last 6 months, obviously there is none for the gems because there haven't been enough to sell to have a change in percentage or a percentage change over the last 6 months. But in the mint condition copies, the PSA 9 is down 29% and the BGS 9 is down 17%. So something to keep an eye on. If you're looking to get a Golden Touch and put that into your collection, it may not be a bad time to take a look at that. Again, I'm not out here giving investment advice. I'm just saying if something goes down 30% in the last 6 months, that's kind of signaling to me that it might be time to start looking at it, right? Those are the types of numbers that if I think a card has lasting staying power, that's the time I want to go look at those cards. There are no BGS 10s for the Golden Touch. There's no black labels of the Golden Touch. What's on eBay? Let's see. Well, let's pull it up. Here's the 1997 Golden Touch Michael Jordan. That's my search. I've pulled up a BGS 7.5. I've pulled up a raw one, which you need to be real careful with. I've pulled up, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at there. It's a Golden Touch vending machine sticker, not a Michael Jordan Golden Touch. Another Golden Touch raw in a 2-piece mag holder, and then a PSA 7. And then there's the 96 that we talked about, and then that's a duplicate, I believe, of the same raw. So if you're buying graded, you're looking at a PSA 7 and a BGS 7.5. Not even an option to pick up a mint copy here. You may have to go seek those elsewhere. Golden, Heritage, Robert Edwards, PWCC, My Slabs, whatever, maybe on Instagram or Facebook if you're looking for one. I'm in the market for one of these. I'm not, sprinting towards putting one in my collection, but if a mint or better copy arises, I will probably take a very close look at it, especially given the fact that the mint copies have dropped so much in price. I don't know if I would bang out $20,000 to $25,000 for a BGS 9.5 or a PSA 10 if it did come to market. I really don't know. I guess I'll fight that battle when it comes and see if I can shake off that mental demon. If we're looking for the 1997 Skybox Premium, I plugged in Series Box. I don't know whether to put in the number 2 or the word TWO, so I just left it up here. We've got 11 results, Series 1, those don't apply. You're not going to pull a Golden Touch from there. Here's a Series 2 for $1,260. Here is another Series 1. Here is another Series 1. Here's a Series 2 hobby box for $3,000. Here's a Series 2 for $2,000 OBO. Another Series 1, another Series 2 for $3,000, another Series 2 for $4,500, another one for $8,000, another one for $4,500. I think that's a duplicate. I have no idea why eBay always ends up having duplicates of the same listing sometimes, but those are your options. I don't advise gambling. As we've discussed, I don't know how many packs are in here, 24, 32, something like that, 30, 20, I don't know, whatever. You guys can do that research. You need 1 in 5,400 to pull a Jordan. It's 1 in 360. It's probably about 30 boxes worth just to pull a Golden Touch, and you might pull the Marcus Camby. So I don't advise chasing the Jordan Golden Touch that way. Just fork over the cash and go buy the card you want. That is a piece of investment advice I would give you, where really it's anti-gambling advice. I wouldn't go trying to pull the Jordan Golden Touch out of these boxes, because the odds are you're going to strike out even if you buy every box you could possibly grab off of eBay. Not to mention it would take you $30,000 to buy the boxes, and not to mention you could just go buy the PSA 10 for $31,000. So that's what's on eBay. What do I own and in what grade? I don't own this card. I don't own it in any grade. Am I a buy or seller or a hold? I'm a buy, right? I'm looking to buy this card, preferably in a 9.5, because I don't want to pay the exorbitant premium for the PSA 10 that just sold for $31,200. I'm not sure if I agree with Card Ladder. I know it's difficult to predict for sure. I don't know. There's usually a pretty healthy margin between PSA 10 and BGS 9.5, but that margin may be out the window because there's 10 PSA 10s and there's only 4 BGS 9.5. So I don't know if that typical PSA 10 versus BGS 9.5 margin, that those multiples between the two grades would hold true, considering BGS is so much lower pop. I really don't know. And it's got such a lower gem percentage. I really don't know. That's interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think a BGS 9.5 would sell for, considering we haven't seen one for, hell, that's what, 39 months? Something like that. Did I get that right? Yeah, 39 months ago. This card if we pull the chart back up, the PSA 10 is clearly a grail level card. What I consider a grail level card is 20,000 or above. We think the BGS 9.5 would also be a grail level card. Card Ladder agrees it would be somewhere right at that $20,000 number. The PSA 9 and the BGS 9 are mid-level cards. We've seen those two cards sell recently for $38.50. That's right there on the line between low and mid-level. I say low is 5,000 or below. And again, let's keep it in perspective, right? We're saying low end as far as Jordan Grail inserts, right? Or I shouldn't use the word Grail. Jordan inserts, it's low end, right? You can get to mid, you can get to high real quick. And so we consider the PSA 9 and the BGS 9 in that low end range, which is $5,000 and below. What kind of cards are in a similar price point in PSA 10 condition as this Golden Touch that we're looking at today? Well, let's see. The 1996 Scoring Kings Plus PSA 10 that you see on your screen is about a $25,000 card, according to Card Ladder's estimate. That's a Pop 6 card. The last one sold for 11.8, but that was way back before a couple of booms, right, in September of 2020. Another PSA 10 that's about the same as the world famous Skybox Premium Intimidation Nation. That's a Pop 11 card in PSA 10 condition. That was $22,140 in June of 2021, so about a year ago. Card Ladder thinks it's worth about $24,000 today, so right in the same price point as our Golden Touch. And then lastly is this 1997 Flair Showcase Michael Jordan Legacy Collection Row 0, numbered to 100 in PSA 10 condition. That's a Pop 16 card. That card has not sold on the open market since 2017. That's about a $29,000 card according to Card Ladder. On the grade ratio, where Card Ladder extrapolates from the PSA 9s that have sold, it's about a $20,000 card. Nevertheless, it's somewhere in that price range. If you're asking me to choose amongst these three cards that we just looked at and our Golden Touch, that is the focus of our analysis today, I would choose Legacy Collection number 1. And I would choose it number 1 because it's serial numbered to 100. I know it's a Pop 16, and by these standards, it's a high pop, right? Pop 11, Pop 6, and Pop 4. So by those standards, PSA 10's a Pop whatever 10. So it's the highest pop of all the cards, but it is serial numbered, and there's just something about serial numbered Jordan inserts that seems very special to me. The second card I would choose would be Intimidation Nation, this card right here in PSA 10. The next one I would choose would be the Golden Touch. That's the focus of our discussion today. And then the last one I'd choose is the Scoring Kings Plus, which is probably, even though it's super valuable and crazy low pop, it's probably the least sought after Scoring King, right? Obviously the 93 Scoring Kings is the one that most people are familiar with, one of the earliest of Jordan's inserts with the lightning in the background that is so iconic and so aesthetically pleasing. So that's my order that I would choose amongst those three competitors to the Golden Touch and PSA 10 condition. On the Cajun cardboard scale of Jordan card relevance, I give this card a 9 out of 10, guys. you know, I'm not giving it a 10 because it's just not in that range. That's like essential credentials. That's, you know, PMG red, PMG green, things like that. So I'm not putting it in that category. But I put it right below it. It's probably an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10 on my scale of 1 through 10 of Jordan card relevance, simply because it's the more sought after of the two golden touches. It's the more appealing visually of the golden touches. It's very condition sensitive. It's very low pop. And it emanates from a fantastic set with tons of great inserts. That 1997 Skybox Premium, I can't stress enough, there's so much quality, and that's why those boxes that you saw on eBay were so doggone expensive, because there's just so much gold that you can pull out of those boxes. Remember Series 2. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to keep putting these videos out. I'm getting a little bit briefer, or more brief. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm from Louisiana, so I don't know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.